grip. Firing thumb is high and neutral. I think your firing shoulder is low. Raise your firing shoulder up. Make sure your shoulders are level to the ground. Non-firing hand. And look, you can see the back strap here. Look, heel of the hand is actually here. What I'd like to see is move that hand straight backwards. See how I can't see any of the trigger guard? Move the non-firing hand backwards. Rotate that hand up and forward. Heel of the non-firing hand should be a little bit higher. And that'll probably get you the rest of the way there. Make sure your elbows are down. You're going elbows up and out, right, which is going to take away from grip as well. So elbows generally down. Genetic parallax, let's watch. Okay, I'm going to draw a line down the sights of the gun. This is kind of interesting. I think you're a touch backwards. And what I mean by that is, look, if I draw sights of the gun, right, your eyes are over the sights just a little bit, right? And this is kind of backwards from what I normally see, but, you know, where do we want this green line? Everything should be on this green line. So that means bringing the gun up a little bit. And I know you're aiming down, but still the sights aren't in line with your eyes, right? So, let me draw you a better line here, and then look. Here's what we're going to need. Look, right? So the gun, even though you're aiming down, I get it, right? But just hear me out. Gun needs to come up just a touch. Head needs to come forward a touch, right? And what happens is look, if I draw a line front sight post through the eyes, right? And then I'll take another one, and I'll go front sight post through the shoulders. What you're going to see is we have just this little bit of a gap here, right? So remember, shoulders, eyes, gun, everything on the same plane. Now, stance overall, center of feet to head, right? What do I see? Hips could be a little bit more forward. That would also push the shoulder forward, right? Your firing knee is bent more than your non-firing knee, which tells me you're favoring the firing leg side, right? Bring this non-firing foot in, bend both knees equally, weight equal on both feet, right? And try to stand up just a touch. That will get the hips a little bit more forward, right, which will also bring the shoulders forward. You're lean forward, and this is pretty good, but if we could get those hips a little bit better, get the knees bent equally, you'd be in a much better place. Any questions? Homework 1, let's watch. Okay, first thing I see is, look, from the head to your feet, center of your feet, right, you're on this angle, but what I want to show you, and this angle is pretty good, but what I want to show you is hips are in the right place, knees are in the right place, head is in the right place, but look how far back your shoulders are, right? And what I'll show you is this, is look, from the hips down, this is money, keep doing this. From the hips up, hips to shoulders, look, you're not angled enough, right? Head's in the right place, so you're still leaning your shoulders back a little bit, trying to keep the torso straight up and down. Remember, shoulders have to be in front of the hips. Homework 2, let's watch. Okay, gun comes up, right? And then look, if I mark, look, I'm going to mark your eyes here, right, from the back, and then watch. Head slightly moves a little bit. You're moving your head towards me, which tells me you're used to bringing your head down to the rifle. Now, waist down, money. Waist up, shoulders are again kind of, oops, that's a bad line, kind of not forward enough again. Head's in a great place, right? Remember, right, we want this constant angle through the whole thing, and your shoulders end up being a little farther back. So don't move the head. Shoulders need to go forward just a little bit. Get them in front of the hips, and this will steady your stance out. 3-step drop. So 1, hands go to the right place. No real issues here, right? 2, you bring the gun up to the face. No real issues here either. This looks like height-wise, it looks like it's in a good place. You're looking at the front sight and the target at the same time. You push up a little bit, which tells me for some reason you think you're low, and then the gun kind of levels out here. So you end up having this slight hook to get the gun where it is. See that? And what I would have showed you is, look, if this is where the gun ends up, what I would have showed you is look, from where you start straight there. You still have a little bit of a hook in here, right? And that hook could be, I don't know, I think it's somewhere in the firing wrist angle, because look, as we watch this right here, I can see you change the firing wrist angle. And what do I mean by that is, if I clear this, look, I draw a line down your forearm, right? Gun should parallel the forearm. See that? And then you come up higher, so you break the wrist up, and that's what gives you that hook on the back end. What I would tell you is always keep the gun in line with the wrist. That way you don't have to change that angle later. So the big thing I see is just that. And then you push away, arms lock. I'll give you the timer. We'll do slow-mo. Let's see when you pull. You definitely pull later. Look, you lock, you lean forward. Remember, anytime you move forward, you're not going to shoot, and then you pull the trigger. Finish all movement, gun pushes away, arms lock, break the shot. Any questions? 3-step draw, let's watch. 1, hands go to the right place, look down, check index, shoulder square to the target, everything right. Lean forward. 2, gun comes up to the eye, look at the front sight post, fix the grip, prep head, prep shoulders, lean forward, right? Get everything right. 3, push it away. Good. Any questions?